Is E10 fuel killing our classic cars? Well, it certainly doesn't do them any good, and here's why. 5% ethanol in E5 fuel, and there's a whopping 10% ethanol in E10 fuel. Now, ethanol attracts and retains water, and any components in a classic car made of a metal that can corrode, for example, is not going to want extra water hanging around in it. And for that reason, we need to try and keep the ethanol content of the fuel as low as possible. Ethanol also eats away at rubbers. So there's lots of hoo-ha about the damage ethanol can do to the engines. It's not just the engine that it can do a great deal of damage to. Let's not forget where it starts, right at the back in the fuel tank. It's got to travel all the way along the carb, and that's a lot of pipes, hoses. Then it hits the carb, and then it runs through the engine. So what do? I use the best E5 fuel I can find. Any cars that don't have cats, I use ValveMaster Plus. It's a lead replacement as well as being an ethanol stabilizer. I run them regularly. I keep the fuel moving. If I'm going to be storing or winterizing a car for any length of time, I would use either a really good storage fuel or I would drain the tank completely. It will help to prevent corrosion and damage to the all-important rubber components. So there's two schools of thought. One is either get all your hoses out, replace them immediately with E9 rated hoses, or the other school of thought is just as and when you replace things, replace them with a more ethanol resistant material.